let me tell you what you need tonight. A little something to whet your appetite, and it's gonna make you feel alright. Sweet gravy and...
Oh, Carmen, welcome back to another episode 2 of Pungent Cheese.
Oh my God, you gotta stop that.
Now entering a stinky goat cheese of a sandwich.
Okay.
You don't think it gets better with time?
No, it doesn't.
Pungent Cheese is not a good name in your opinion?
Yeah, it's a horrible name.
I like it though. Well, I don't think we can lose this branding, Carmen.
No, I think that we shouldn't use that.
We shouldn't use Pungent Cheese?
No, it sounds horrible.
Episode 2. That's what the episode of this episode is called.
Okay.
No?
Nope. So?
Well, this will be our 29th episode, so maybe we'll retire it at 90.
What will be our 29th episode?
Our 89th episode.
89th episode, yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
We're almost to 100.
Mm-hmm.
100, Carmen.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love it. I like just getting on here and talking, and it's nice.
Yeah, we got to be close to our second anniversary soon.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But yeah, it's been a fun journey.
Yeah, definitely.
This past week, I've been... I noticed I've been looking at my phone a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been looking at my phone and not really like using my brain. You know, I read stuff on my phone all the time.
Yeah.
But I just felt like I wasn't like, I just needed to do something different with my hands.
You needed some different stimulation.
Yeah, I needed some stimuli. So last weekend I went and I bought a Rubik's Cube, and I've been, I think I bought it on a Saturday. It was Sunday. You were already tired of me with this Rubik's Cube.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe what you said was, I came home from work. You came home from work and you said all I did was play with my cube all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't show you no attentions.
Yeah.
Right.
Then the next day I come home. He's on the Rubik's Cube again.
On the Rubik's Cube again.
He's like, all right.
You got some gum?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And the second day was, you ignored me the second day too.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I was done.
No Rubik's Cube for me no more.
Nope.
But I'm getting good at the cube, Carmen.
No, you can solve it.
Mm-hmm.
But you also wrote down a cheat code, so I don't know.
Yeah, you got to know the cheat codes, Carmen.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole thing about it. Once you know how to solve a Rubik's Cube, it's not so impressive because you know how to do it.
Right.
It's just a series of moves.
Mm-hmm.
It's a process to solve the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get the square into a recognizable pattern, and then you know the moves to make it. They call them algorithms.
Mm-hmm.
You know the algorithms to put it to where you want it, and then you move to the next algorithm. And yeah, it's very simple.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought it would be so simple.
I mean, they don't give you instructions when they buy you a Rubik's. As a kid, when we got one, it's not like, if they do give you the algorithm, you definitely don't read that. You just take it out of the package, and then you sit there forever and never solve it, and then it goes in a toy chest.
Right. And then it's just some uncle will mess around with it for a little bit and be like, ugh.
Then
ain't nobody ever solved these things.
Yep, then it goes under the bed or in a toy chest, and that's the end of the Rubik's Cube.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get tired of it, I think, really quickly. After you try to solve it for so long. I mean, I think I don't know what the average person does, but for me, I give up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be sitting there for hours and hours. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right.
I'm not going to sit there for hours and figure out a Rubik's Cube. I just don't have the energy to, just like, do I really need this in my life? Not really. Why am I putting this effort into this?
Right.
But you did it pretty fast.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me about a day.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
That's not bad.
Right.
You figured it out. And then we just had Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a busy week.
Right.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, I actually had to give you 2 sets of gifts.
You didn't have to.
Because I gifted you the first set a day early.
Like 3 days early, Kirk.
No, it was like the day before.
Kirk, it was like 3 days
It was on
early.
the Sunday, right? because you said I didn't pay you no attentions.
No, it was like Saturday.
Oh, was it Saturday?
Yeah, it was like 3 days before.
Yeah, same thing. Well, that bought me enough time to Rubik's Cube on Sunday, but I had to re-up my gift choices, so you got doubles. So now I'm like, it's always a stressful thing to get
Stuff for
gifts.
holidays.
Yeah, get gifts.
And I
then,
told you, don't do that this
year.
year.
I have a list of things to get, and it's like bing, 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 And I went through 2 of them already. I went through your birthday and Valentine's Day at the same time, Carmen.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel silly.
I don't even know what to like right now. It's so hard to get gifts for you because you have literally everything. And then if I want to like buy a record, like I can't remember what records he already have because now you have a whole collection.
You just got to get the one I don't have.
I don't know which ones you don't have.
Okay.
So, and I don't want to get it wrong. I don't know. My gift giving has been a little bit lackluster recently. And I got a couple things on the list still. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like you have everything you need.
Mm-hmm.
You want a PlayStation 5. You want a new TV. But those are crazy things to me.
Right.
The TV is already big enough. And you want to
it's got to be bigger.
I don't get it.
And to be honest,
I thought I got this TV for you, and this was gonna be a good size.
It is a good size. However, you get the PS5, you got to get a 4K, right? Because that's the definition that the PS5 plays in. And if you get a machine like that, you want it to, push everything, right? You want it to look as best as you can. Why get the machine if you still stuck in the 1080s?
That's another thing, the machine.
Uh-huh.
It's like you already have a game system that plays all the games, and then you want another one?
But it's going to not be playing any games here soon. No new games will be coming out with it. Maybe next year after.
It's too much.
Right.
Oh, my God. It's such a trap to get people to continue buying.
What?
Just like it's
technology upgrades, it's not a trap.
A little bit.
It just is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, even with the iPhones, your iPhone will just start glitching and not working anymore. And it's like, oh, now I have to buy a new phone. And new phones are so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to stay with the Android because if I have to buy a new phone, which I lose my phone a lot, or drop it or break it or whatever,
Right.
and if I have to buy a new phone, I can just outright buy a new phone. Pay a couple $100, I got a new phone. Or with my upgrade and my insurance, I don't have to pretty much pay nothing.
Right.
An iPhone, that's $1,000 plus.
$1,000, yeah. I look on the Instagrams and I see all these artists and people that do like little doodles and stuff. And I asked a few. I said, "What do you use?" And a lot of them use a program on their iPad. They got the iPencil, and then they use a iPad Pro, and then they use this program. And I'm like, man, if I could draw like that, I just need the iPad, right? And I was like, but I have 2 iPads. I got 2 minis. I need the Pro though, because they're both like first gen minis.
Yeah.
So like you can't get any apps for them anymore.
Right.
I know. Because whenever we go to like a hotel or something, I have a cord that lets me plug. It's a little adapter that lets me plug the iPad into the television, and so I can stream off of that. You don't need any like video on demand. You can just stream whatever you want, as long as we're like Hilton Honors members, so we get the free Wi-Fi and all that.
Yeah, it's like casting, but pretty much.
It's just streaming from the tablet, And I wanted to get Netflix, and it wouldn't let me download Netflix because the thing was too old.
Yeah.
But I have Amazon Prime on there, but it's a version that's like super old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got it in the nick of time.
Yeah.
If I had Netflix at the time, I'd have it on the thing. But now I can't get the version that they have now.
Yeah, definitely. So we went all around in a circle, but back to Valentine's Day. The first gift you got me was a soap from one of the places that well, it was a couple things, but it was also a soap that you got me from
The salt shop.
Yeah, the salt shop.
Right.
Which I've been talking about that shop.
You
and how
keep
I
talking
went.
about the salt shop, and all it is a salt shop.
Mm-hmm.
They just make products with salt.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So Kurt gets me this salt, and I look on the back and read the description, and it's like, oh, this salt is for cellulite cure.
Right.
It's the cure.
I got you the cellulite cure salt soap. The soap that's made out of salt that cures the cellulite. Right.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
I was like, Kurt, did you give me this on purpose, this fat soap?
No, there is a bowl and there's 3 different types of soap in it, and I grabbed this one, right? And there was like, one was from the Dead Sea, and one was from the Red Sea, and one was, some pink crystal, and I was like, okay, I'll get this one because it looked the coolest, And you're not supposed to read it, you're just supposed to put it on your body.
Well, I'm gonna use it. What? You can probably use it. I mean, it might be a really good soap.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll try it out.
It's the opposite of what you would think, because you want soaps that are like moisturizing, typically, like a Dove. We're a Dove family, right? And you would think that salt dries out your skin. So why would you put it on your skin?
I know this might be a problem for me. I gotta try it though.
Yeah.
I'll try it and see how it works.
Right.
Yeah, but you didn't have to give me a second set of gifts. I appreciate everything.
No, I had to.
And
it was a
very
must.
You were very sweet. Everything was really nice. I had a shitty gift. Well, I thought it was amazing, but
You got me an inkwell pen.
yeah,
Right.
who don't want one of those?
I was like, man, I open it up. It's cool. It is cool. It's a neat thing, but I just write too sloppy.
Yeah,
And you got to dip the thing. There's a reason people don't write like that anymore.
yeah.
And I'll
'Cause
tell
it's
you,
an inconvenience, but it's still cool to have.
we broke it out last night just to test it out. And when I was writing with it, because it's just like a piece of steel, and it just scrapes on the paper.
Yeah,
And because you're used to like ball pens and stuff.
yeah. But I think it's a way you're supposed to write with it, so it don't do that.
Well, I had the ink in the reservoir, and I was writing with it, and it was flicking ink all over the place, all over the paper. There were splatters and stuff. And then I see you, and you were about to write. You put the paper on the couch, and then you were about to write on it. I was like, no, don't do that. You're like waving the pen in between the carpet and the table. I was like, what is she doing? She's gonna ruin our house.
I was being careless. I'm like, oh, it's fine. It's not. Right. I don't know. That's funny. But so what's your whole thing with walking in the same direction with people?
Oh, you're not supposed to ask me about what I wrote.
Well, I'm asking you what your problem is with it.
Today, I was walking down the street. Okay, typically, if I don't like walking the same direction as people, because I feel like they might think that I'm following them. But today, we were right by the 7-Eleven. There's a 4-way stop, and then we talk about how I walk diagonally through the thing. Well, so all signs, there's no walk signs unless there's all walk signs, and the traffic completely stops. And me and this man were waiting for the light to switch, and we started walking, and I started walking before him because I knew the light was gonna go. Typically, I know the light's going to go, so then I go, because it goes, these people go, I hit the button, then the other people go, then these people go again, then it's my turn. So I knew it was going, and I should have waited a little bit, but I didn't, and I walked across the thing, and he was walking behind me. And right now, it's been warmer weather, but we still have like ice heaps on either side of the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So there's like enough room for one person to walk. And I'm not the fastest walker, I got a little bit of a limp, I'm just kind of trudging along. And this guy, he was about 4 paces behind me the entire walk home until we get to the new light, right? The new light that we have to wait for all the time. And then we get there, and we're both standing there, and that light you have to wait for forever, right? To get the thing, and finally he just went ahead, and he went ahead of me. I wanted to like just like get off to the side and say, "Go ahead, man," and then like he could like be on his way, but.
Well, that's his fault for just sitting there following you the whole time and walking slow.
I know, and here's the thing. He walked whenever there was a hand and not on the second light. He walked when there was a hand and not a man. And I knew it was good for us to go because these people go, and then you have a window to go before before the guys up the hill have to go down the way. But I didn't want to look like a follower. So I stood there at the corner because
you think too much into
I didn't
stuff.
want to look like I was like I can go, but then he's gonna go, and then we're gonna be in the same situation, even though we're right here. And I was like, but then he went, and then I was like, well, now I can't go because I'm gonna look like I'm following him.
Oh my God, you think too much into stuff. I'll just walk down the damn street.
It bothers me. You remember when we were walking, and we were behind this girl and her dog, and there was an ice cream truck across the street, and she goes across the street, and then you were like, hey, let's go get some ice cream too. That looks like a good
God, that
thing.
was such a mess.
And I was like, I don't want to go over there because that girl's going over there, and we were just walking behind her. I don't want to look like. And you say she's our neighbor. She lives above us.
She literally lived with us, and you're talking about.
I didn't know who it was.
I'm like, dude, she parks right in front of our door every day. Like, she brings her dog. Like, you see her all the time, and you have no
I
clue
didn't
who.
know who it
It's like,
was.
and you was like, please, come on, we can't go over there.
No.
And it's like, I want to go to that ice cream
I was
truck.
having a breakdown. I couldn't.
You
I
were
couldn't
literally
deal
having a
with it.
breakdown. He was like, no, Carmen, please, let's not go over there. I'm like, Kirk, you're fucking tripping right now. It's like, that's an awesome ice cream truck. They got the best shit over there.
Right. I couldn't do
And
it.
then I'm like, what do you want some ice cream? Be like, no, I don't want nothing.
No, I don't
like
want
Kirk
it.
don't ever turn down ice cream. And then you was so, oh my God, you're so
I couldn't
funny.
deal with it. It's too much.
That cracks me up. It's funny because I was on my way home today, walking down the street, and the girl, our neighbor, she's like, the tourist is a problem. They just fucking single file, get out of people's way. She's like, they just take up the whole sidewalk, and like they don't care, they don't move out the way.
Right.
She's like,
They walk
oh my
slow.
God, they walk slow.
They got
they're
a limp.
They're looking at shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my God, the tourist, I'm trying to make it to work on time, and I'm stuck behind crowds of people just taking up the whole sidewalk, looking at shit.
Right.
I was like, that's why they're rude in New York when you're in the city. You're like, people just bumped me because they're trying to get to work, and you're staring at the fucking buildings, and people are like, oh my fucking God, these tourists are annoying. So the locals that live there, they're annoyed because they're trying to make it to work, and you standing in the middle of the damn sidewalk looking up at the sky. If you don't get the fuck out of my way, I gotta get to work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's interesting. But the tourists have been coming out. I think it's winter vacation for the kids here. And so yeah, we have a lot of tourists in town right now, and yeah, I don't know, very, very different crowd of people when the tourists are in town. They're very demanding. They want things a certain way. Like, we had a lady come in today, and she's like, well, I don't understand, like, why I can't have that table over there. And they were like it's reserved, and the reservation coming in like 5 minutes. And she's like, she was mad. She started yelling at the girl, and the girl was like, well, you could go down to such and such. She was like, there's nobody else we can get a table from. Like, everybody else was booked up too.
Right.
So it was going to be a long wait for...
What makes you think this place will be different?
Yeah.
Right.
But people, I don't know, it's funny because people will walk the old port, and then our building is a little bit out of the old port or out of all the businesses.
Right.
So
There's a little strip
right.
where like there's like a couple blocks where everything is, but yours is out of the way.
A couple of blocks up the other way. So typically people will circle around that whole area, and then our place will be the last stop.
Right.
By the time they get to our place,
They're already frustrated.
They're already frustrated. But if we tell them no, they'd be like, everybody else already said no. And like,
Right.
one girl, she just sat there and cried. She just sat there.
Like,
She
I just
just
wanna
turned.
eat.
Yeah, she just started crying. She was hangry, and her boyfriend was like, he was so embarrassed. He didn't know what to do. He's like, it's okay. Like, don't cry.
You know, the worst thing that after the COVID, all the places they shut down, or they moved, and there are places that shuffled around here. The one that I miss the most in the old port is Five Guys, I think.
Yeah,
that was kind of nice to have, just
Five Guys right
not
there.
some local, where somebody's got to do something extra fancy with a burger, or they gotta just
or all these different meats like grass-fed beef and all this different shit that they're trying to.
It was nice to just have a burger place that was good, and with some weirdo yelling.
But the local places don't survive here. People don't support them enough for them to survive in this town.
But that's all that's down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just move in, move out, move in, move out.
Yeah, so
There's never any chains.
All the subways are gone in the town. Like, they just literally stopped getting like enough customers to survive. Like, even the one that's up on in the old port on Congress, like that one, I would go in. It was never a line. There was never anybody in there, even during lunchtime. Like, the kids go to the public market in one city center, but they don't go over to the subway.
Right.
Which is only a few steps down, but they don't go there.
It's only a few steps.
Yeah.
Because that boy.
Because kids want fucking pizza. So they're
go
going
there
to
and
the pizza.
I wanted I think I got the steak and cheese. And that boy, he said, "Do you want the peppers and onions in it while we heat it?" I said, "Is that what you normally do?" And he said, "I like to, because it releases the aromas."
And I'm just looking at him like, and this is why y'all close.
Subway chef over there.
Oh my God, boy, if you don't get away from me. Like, that magic oven is not gonna cook them peppers fast enough. That bread would be hard as hell before them peppers release any aroma.
Any aromas?
It's like,
I love it.
It's like, Jesus Christ. It's like, I don't know. People are crazy. Do you know you at Subway?
One of those. I'm constantly looking on the markets and stuff. One of those magic ovens from Subway are for sale right now. Because a Subway closed down.
Right.
They're trying to sell the oven. How much do you think that is? And should we have one in our house?
I would say a couple thousand, maybe.
No, 700.
For one that Subway has, I don't know how much them cost.
700. You think that we should have one in our house?
No, we ain't got room for nothing else.
But we could have it, Carmen, and then we have a magic oven.
Yeah, that's
we
too
could be
much.
like what's the place? 7-Eleven. Frozen pizza, 2 minutes.
When we open our business, we can get one and use it for that. But for our house,
on the bar rescue. Whenever they don't have a kitchen, they get them one of those things or something similar, and it's just disgusting.
Yeah,
they're doing all their cooking at that.
Yeah, they're doing too much in it. It's like literally just melt the cheese on the sandwich, toast it a little bit. Right. That's it. Like, you maybe cook a frozen pizza, but like, you doing everything in there. It's like, oh my God, he really saved their bar. He didn't fucking.
We're gonna give you a food menu.
Yeah, and then they're not even gonna be cleaning it properly because they were already dirty before he got there. So that's gonna be a mess, and it's just like, but I don't know. I feel like. The tourists being in town is something else, but me being in Maine, in Portland, Maine, is so weird. Sometimes I feel like a lot of people here are so they're not cultured. They're not used to being around other races and shit like that. So like, I don't know, me being black here, people say like the weirdest stuff to me, and it's just always like, I'm just walking down the street, like minding my business. Like, this girl that lived right by the Walgreens we go to, today she said hi and was like, I might come up to your place and apply for a job, blah, blah. She's always friendly. She lived there, and I see her every time I walk past. Right. And then she said, hey, first she asked me if I had a couple dollars I could give her because she was broke. Right. And then she let me use her bathroom one time when I had to pee really bad. So I feel obligated to like help her because she helped me out when I really needed to.
Yeah, how much is a flush worth?
Right. I think it was, I give her $5, like whatever. You know what I mean? That helps her out. And then when I'm walking, she was like, God bless you, thank you. I was walking away. She was like, hey, if you're getting harassed by police or anything, I'll walk with you home. Like, what the? It's like, no, I'm fine. I don't need you to walk with me home. Right. Like, what are you?
But you have been harassed by the police a couple times.
I know, but it's just it's an odd thing for somebody
But
to just say.
it has happened to you before.
That has happened to me.
Yeah.
And or I have like this kid at the bar who like want to talk to me about rap songs. It's like, I don't listen to rap.
Right.
It's like, well, I'm sorry, I just normally talk to like older
People
white
like
ladies.
you. People like you about rap songs.
Yeah, I don't care about, like, why do you assume that I listen to rap? Like, he just see me, I'm a black girl, so he's like, I'm gonna unload all my rap knowledge right now. And I'm like, dude,
I've been waiting my whole life for this moment.
He's like, I only hang out with like old white ladies, and like I never get to talk about this stuff. But Jadakiss is my favorite rapper, and like you know his songs. And I'm just like, I don't fucking.
But you know
like,
some Jadakiss songs.
do.
We were in middle school whenever he was big.
Yeah, don't nobody fucking care about Jadakiss no more. And then I'm just like, so I removed myself from his presence because I was over it. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't talk to people often about this.
That was
and it's
his
like,
breakout moment. You shut him down. He'll
because
never
I'm
be the same,
annoyed
Carmen.
at that. Like Latrice
He'll
called
never be
me,
the
and
same.
I was like, I'm gonna talk to Latrice on the phone. Like, I'm on the phone. Can you like please get away from me?
Right, the old phone.
Because I don't care about rap music, but like
Right.
people don't know like how to approach me or like or what to say, so they'll like this guy one time was just like, hey, just so you know, I don't have a problem with black people. This old man.
Just FYI.
It's like, thanks.
Yeah.
Or people will yell out the window and be like, hey, I hope you're having a really nice day. And I really mean that.
Right.
And then just pull off.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not
what
one
the
of these
fuck?
posers that just say, I hope you have a good day.
Hey, and I really mean
Like,
that.
I really mean
and
that.
just
You
pull
should have a
off.
good
And I'm
day.
just like on the phone with my mom. She's like, what was that? I'm like, I don't know. People are just crazy. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just interesting here. But I think it's good to be able to see so many different scopes of people. So I always like that when I move to different places because people are so different from state to state. And so yeah, it's interesting to be around people who are like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'd rather the locals than when a tourist come in town
Right.
because that's just chaos typically. Good thing we don't get most of it. Like most of it stops before all the way down here, but even our street right now is just flooded with people.
Well, it's a different year, and there's more and more stuff, and I think kind of having a recreational marijuana spot has kind of moved some traffic up to
Yeah, that's true.
our street because I don't think there's another one that's closer to the library, but
Oh yeah, I don't know that.
but this one's right here, and I think it's like the primo.
Well, there's two, but people don't walk all the way down there to get to it. There's one after our house, but
Yeah, but
that was just
that's
medical, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had a recreational one. You're right. I think it has moved a little bit of traffic up here. Whatever. Make y'all money, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, what can you say?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. So it's been a lot of stuff going on in media and current stuff. Obviously, is a lot of stuff going on in politics and all that, but I don't know enough about that stuff to speak on it. But I do know about all the gossip blogs and all the stuff going on, typically on social media, in the, what would you say, the hip hop space or the urban space?
Sure.
Yeah. So Monique is back to her shit again.
Is she still not on Netflix?
Oh my God, girl. She's like, so she's suing them now.
She's suing Netflix?
Yeah. And then she just had this whole interview speaking about like how she felt and what they did to her and like calling out Oprah and Tyler Perry and all them because they're pretty much saying that like,
Lee Daniels?
yeah, Lee Daniels is like, I'm through with her ass. But like Tyler Perry and Oprah.
He's like, was she nominated for an Oscar with Precious? Lee Daniels, like, I elevated her and she just wanted to trash my name and my friend Oprah.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, Oprah and Tyler Perry, apparently she's saying that Oprah and Tyler Perry behind the scenes agreed with her and had her back,
Right.
but they won't say it publicly.
Right.
And so she released a recording of Tyler Perry saying that he supported her behind her back because she's shady too.
Right.
And she released that recording, and then he still never publicly said anything about her.
Right.
Like, they're not standing with her publicly. And so that's why she's mad. She's like, they're pretty much blackballing me because they won't stand with me publicly.
Right.
And it's
And
like,
the
Oprah
whole-
don't got time. Do Oprah ever get into anything? No. Why she gonna get into something for Monique? Girl.
So Monique, she was upset because she wanted to get a special on Netflix, and she didn't think that she was getting paid enough.
Yeah, they didn't offer her a lot of money.
It was about the time that Chappelle got like 100 million or something for his like 5
yeah,
specials.
he got a bunch of money.
And then
Amy Schumer
got a
good. She got a large,
she got a
some
big
millions
amount
too. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she's like, nobody wants to give me the money that they get.
Yeah.
And was it Cat Williams? He was like, ain't nobody watching her, huh? I think he was on an interview and he's like,
because he said it's just numbers, and
Right.
you don't have no numbers.
You don't
right
have the
now.
numbers
and
right
it's
now.
that they
Yeah.
don't. He's like, they're not watching her comedy.
mm-hmm.
Like, it don't go that way. They're
Right.
looking at specific numbers. It's not like they're a fan of Monique. They're just literally looking at what you can do for them.
Right.
And you ain't got no numbers, so they'll
Yeah.
give you whatever.
And she's like, I do have fans. And then I think what he said was, Coca-Cola's not calling people asking what they're drinking. You know, like he's like, you visibly see the numbers. You don't need somebody doesn't need to tell you what they're doing. You know, like, you know, if Monique was huge, she'd be huge.
If she was
She'd be
selling
doing
out
stadiums
yeah.
like Kevin Hart, you know? But yeah,
I mean,
so
she's
then
fell off in the industry because it's not the only time. Like, she's been called out multiple times for being difficult on set.
right.
And she's always like, well, they were talking down to some of the black people that was like in the kitchen over craft services. And I told them on the set I didn't like that. And certain like, girl, you just so pro-black. Like, and you about to lose your money because you fucking stupid.
And it's been going on for
Some years now.
It's
Yeah.
been going on for years.
Now
She's
she's
still on
suing
the same battle.
Netflix. They like, get in line, girl. Everybody's suing us.
Uh-huh.
You know how many people sue them? And they're like, Monique, like, what can you say? Like, what can you sue them for? Discrimination?
Yeah, they didn't give me my deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't. So we have to give you a deal because you're black, and
That's right.
they're gonna say, well, the reason we didn't give her a deal is because what have she done in the last couple months?
What's she done in the past
Zero.
10 years?
This person did this and this. She did nothing.
What was the last movie she was in?
Was it this Christmas or one of those movies? I don't know. It's been a
The
while.
last movie I remember Monique in was Domino with the Keira Knightley, and that was when I was in high school.
No, but you remember Precious?
That was also around the same time.
No, she's been in something after that. It might have been a Christmas movie or something. But it has been a long time since
Right.
she's been in a movie.
Yeah.
And she hasn't been doing, like, she ain't really been doing nothing.
Right.
So, girl, like, what is, like, you're not going to win the lawsuit.
And I'll be honest, I didn't even know Monique did stand up.
You didn't?
No.
Okay, well, I don't
Not until she said, "Why can't I get a special?"
Oh, God. All right. Now, you just out of the loop if you don't know that much.
But then I found out that she actually like owned a club at some point.
Yeah.
And like, well, not owned a club, but she created a space in I can't remember what city she's from, but she created a space that was pretty notable at the time whenever she was just starting out,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah. It's like, all right, Monique, do what you do, but you gon' stay blackballed if you keep on going on interviews and talking about the people that's running the industry. These are the people you need help from to do anything. Because
Right.
this is the space that you're in. This is the route your career is. I mean, now everybody's going to be like, she's difficult and not want to work with you. And she keep doing interviews. Like, she a glutton for punishment. That's what I think.
Right.
But so, what else? R. Kelly is back up for his appeal, and he now has Bill Cosby's attorney. Why would you get Bill Cosby?
Give me that Cosby guy, huh?
Yeah, like, I get it. Y'all got Bill Cosby. They got Bill Cosby out of jail because they convicted him and were kind of wrong. They railroaded him to win the case, but then once the facts came out, they're like, you guys can't do that. Because he did the deposition and wasn't supposed to get charged for it, then they charged him for it
Right.
anyway. So that's how he got out. So R. Kelly, like, yeah.
Let me get the loophole guy.
Yeah, but like, look what Bill Cosby went to jail for, and look what you going for, and then you get his lawyer. Boy, you need to go sit down too. Like, you know, you've been doing stuff with those girls, but it's like, at the end of the day, like, I feel like if none of those girls came forward and called the police and said this is what's happening, he shouldn't be in jail for it. Convict him for something that you have proof of him doing, but just saying like, you kept these girls in a dungeon. Did you tell them they couldn't leave? because if they were allowed to leave, then they could have just left. Like, it's different when you agree to like be in a position. You know what I mean?
I don't know. You never know what.
You never know.
goes
I mean,
through a
obviously
victim's head.
he's a fucking creep.
Right.
I just think they did him kind of how like they did OJ, how he got all those years for stealing back his stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they wanted him so bad.
It's time.
It's time.
Time's
right.
up.
I feel like they kind of did him like that. Like they kind of got him on that stuff when he's done millions of things he should have been in jail for.
Right.
So, whatever. Get Lost, R. Kelly, and then Kanye and Kim.
What about him?
Oh my God, Kanye obsessed with them. He borderline stalking her and Pete Davidson right now. And then he has he made a new nickname for him, Skeet Davidson.
Skeet Davidson.
And they're talking about it on everything.
If he's with my ex-wife, I don't think I'd want to call him Skeet Davidson.
That's what Charlamagne said. Like, it's probably skeeting on her face, and then you're gonna call him that. Like, that's not the best. That's all he could come up with, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's
like, that's not a good one. But he didn't put it out to everybody, and all the media outlets are saying it now. So it's like, and then Kim responded and said that you are putting him in a position to get hurt. Pretty much, like, fans are gonna come after him and try to
come after
him.
Pete Davidson.
Yeah, because you keep on doing this. Like, Kanye West has millions and millions of followers.
Right.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Like, yeah, it's like you're literally gonna end up getting him really hurt when a fan decides to like knock him out on the street because you keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
And then Kanye West put out a tweet and was like, "I'm sorry, don't mess with Pete and get." Dude, leave them alone. Like, she probably is like, what did I do by marrying him? Like,
now I'm wrapped up in this.
I'm a
this
psycho.
is my life. You know?
Because he like you bought the house across the street. He's like, it's for my kids. But that's weird. You're watching me when I leave the house, what time, and like just what, like,
wait,
yeah.
She's running late today.
Yeah, like, that's so weird. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
so weird. Like, you stalking her at this point. And he's like, I want my wife back, and we still technically married because the paperwork not done. And she hasn't been responding or saying anything. The only thing she said recently was like, you're gonna end up getting him hurt because of what you're doing.
Right.
He's done nothing to you. It's like, you gotta chill, dude. Leave him alone.
Right.
He's a nice boy. That's what they say anyways.
They say he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's a shame.
It is. Like,
You
people get so
crazy
mad.
people.
They're like, Pete Davidson gets all the hot girls. How the fuck is Pete Davidson getting all the fucking hot chicks? Like, people think he looks sick. Like,
He looks, well, now he's got his blonde hair.
yeah, he looks bad.
And it doesn't like fit with his complexion. And he just looks like a crazy person.
Yeah.
But-
And people keep saying like, oh, Kim Kardashian, she stopped messing with the black guys and she went back over to the white side because Kanye West was crazy. It's like, Pete Davidson is black too. Like, he's mixed. So he's not just like, what do you mean? Just because of his complexion, people assume that he's, I don't think people know his race exactly.
Right.
But he doesn't look like you. He doesn't look regular white. He looks like he's mixed with some stuff.
Right.
Like, he just has a weird color to him, I guess. So, I don't know. They need to leave him alone, though. And then we've been watching Big Brother. I don't want to give no spoilers out yet.
No spoilers out to the Big Brothers because,
But this season of Celebrity Big Brother, they have...
the worst.
That's what Kirk
They
thinks.
don't even have celebrities on this season.
Well, Lamar Odom's on there. Todd Bridges. Misha
Willis.
Tate.
Yeah. You say these people's names, not everybody's going to know who they are.
Todd Bridges is from Different Strokes.
Right. He's Willis.
Right.
Right.
Misha Tate is a UFC fighter. And then Cynthia Bailey is from the Housewives of Atlanta.
The Real Housewives of
Right.
Atlanta.
Lamar Odom was married to Khloe Kardashian. He was a Laker. He was a basketball player. And then who else? Chris Kattan. I don't even know who he is.
Oh, he was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
He was the best. Well, actually, he wasn't very good.
Yeah.
But there's this, I think he was part of, there's this Christmas thing that they do where they do this song and they're like in a snow globe. Oh, it's so funny. We got to check it out. And they're like doing like these little moves.
Yeah.
I like Carmen, I know you don't know this about me, but I like the dances.
Yeah.
I like dances. I like to watch people dance.
Why?
I don't know.
Creep.
Been watching Peacemaker, and the beginning of the credits at the beginning of the show, and they're doing their goofy little dance, and you look over at me and you're like, why are they doing this? They got John Cena, this big muscle bound man, doing these silly moves, and you're like, what's up with this? You like, I can't even.
Yeah.
That's literally what you said. You said I can't even.
Yeah. It's
with
too
this
much.
John Cena dance.
I can't do
I love
John
it.
Cena.
It's hilarious.
John Cena, first off, I watch his show and I don't know, John Cena is just a weird personality to me.
Because you watched him on one of your reality shows.
Yeah, him and his girlfriend loved him so much, and he's just like, I own this and you are in my house, and just so you know that, like, I have more money than you and things go my way because I've been living this life for a long time without you, and I can afford to pay for my own stuff. So I like, and it's just like, oh my God, how you supposed to love somebody like that? It's like,
You got to have boundaries, Carmen.
yeah, it's not like, hey, we're doing this together. It's like, no, this is mine,
This is mine.
actually. But she can't afford to live the way he does.
Then she better do it right.
So she better make sure. He's like, oh my God. He's like, you can't just leave water drops on the floor. This floor costs such and such. So she got to clean the water off. She got to make sure she don't, like, you know how uncomfortable it is to live like that. Like, I couldn't be with you and we, like, no, then you come over to my house so I can boss your ass around.
Right.
How about that? You come visit me so I can boss you around when you come to my place because I can't deal with that.
Right.
I don't care that much about the floors. So we just chill at my place.
Yeah, but I like to see those dances, you know?
John Cena, I just don't. He's the part that's bothering me about it.
Just him?
Yeah,
he's the only thing.
Because he looks
the star of the show.
He looks so silly in the tights that they got him in.
That's the point.
Like, he probably got to peel that shit off to get that shit off afterwards.
Right.
Or
I know he
cut it off.
He did like interview. I think he loves it. Well, I mean, like, he's a really good sport because he like does interviews with it on. He the red carpet for Suicide Squad. He wore it. He wore it to the premiere. So
It's like that gotta
he's
be
all
so
about
uncomfortable.
it. Right. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Right.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, John Cena is a weirdo to me. But whatever. People like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about this Big Brother?
Big Brother is on. I love Big Brother.
Yeah. It's kind of something that you can kind of get wrapped up in.
Yeah, you get addicted to it.
Yeah, you get kind of addicted to it, but you are kind of a fiend because so we're watching it on a delay because we go through Prime. We don't have any like live channels or anything. If we were at home while it was on, we can watch it live.
Right.
If not, we have to wait like the next day.
Right.
And you want to sit there and watch the live feeds, which is just people sitting in rooms talking.
About the drama and all the shows.
And you turn it on, and I'm like, I cannot watch this. I cannot watch.
You don't know who beefing with who.
I will watch 45 minutes of an edited episode, but I'm not just going to sit down and watch two people in a room talk.
They're whispering and everything, but the whole point is watching the live feed. You know, so you might be watching the show, and you might think that something is happening. Like, you'll look at the show, you'll be like, oh my God, they blindsided that person, or oh my God, they changed their mind and did. But then if you watch the live feeds, you know
you
why.
see the planning, the plotting.
You know why they changed their mind. Oh, this bitch took my food out the refrigerator. I'm fucking getting tired of her. And then everybody would be like, yeah, she took my stuff out the shower. I'm getting tired of her too. And then they all gang up and be like, we're getting her out, when she was just on their team a second ago. But they don't show all that on the actual show, so you don't know why they plotted it. So that's why I watch the live feeds, because you see, you know, who's dislike for each other.
Right. So well, they actually put it like in the episode, and this was like the first week when everybody moved into the house, and Willis, he's a big snorer, and And Chris Kattan, they show him like at night, and like he's like looking at him snore. He's like watching him snore, like in the hate in his face, you know, of hearing this man snore. And like this girl's like putting, she was like a figure skater. She's putting like paper towels in her ear, and she's like, it's so loud. And then the first chance that Kattan gets to put somebody up, he's like, I nominate Willis. He's like, what? I thought we were supposed to be buddies. And you know the reason he did it was because he's
snoring too loud and I can't get any sleep. So you gotta go. Like, that's the worst.
It had nothing to do with the game. It was just like, oh, Willis.
Yeah.
Going out. Todd.
Yeah. Because he's snoring.
Yeah, I love it.
Waking everybody up.
I love it. Because it's not said. It's just, but you know that's the reason why.
That's the only reason he would have. Todd don't even play the damn game. He barely know how to play the game.
He's just hanging out.
There's really no reason to put him up besides the fact that he's snoring and he is annoying the shit out of me.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I love it.
Is that it?
Unless you got more.
No, I think that's it.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys for watching another episode of the Sweet Gravy Podcast. Stop it. If you have any questions or suggestions, please go to sweetgravypod@gmail.com. And you can also check us out on YouTube or any other platform.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye-bye.